Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
Doctor Who got really gay. Got really gay. In fact, Doctor Who had its first gay kiss according to the media, except they're wrong.
They are wrong.
They are wrong. The Doctor's gone gay before. Well, not straight up gay. Oh, that's a bad choice of words. You know what I'm saying? We've had same-sex kisses multiple times in the past.
And the Doctor has been kissed by a man before.
Yes. So we're going to talk about this. This is the new selling point, I guess. It is Pride Month, so we gotta sell Doctor Who, using a gay kiss, even though it's not his first gay kiss. And we're going to talk about the numbers, which are abysmal. And I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm out. I don't care. No pun intended. But I don't care about Doctor Who anymore. This show died to me years ago. But let's kick the corpse.
The audience is out, much like the Doctor.
Right. Honest to God, I think what's going on is they're like, oh, hey, the normies don't like it, so let's just triple down.
But they're going to start. It's because you hate inclusivity. No. Okay. Nope. I'll talk about it in a minute. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do. Woohoo? Yeah, lots of woohoos going on Doctor Who, I guess. Okay, they keep running with this whole everybody, hate. They're bigots. They hate representation. The kiss that they get called out on, one of them is the Doctor got kissed by Captain Jack Harkness before in The Parting of Ways. But yeah, so Captain Jack kissed both Rose and there you see it down here, the video here, Rose and the Doctor in The Parting of Ways. There was Captain Jack Harkness is one of the best characters. Totally liked everybody. He didn't care. He didn't care if you were male or female or if you were even the same species. He didn't care. He liked dudes, he liked women, and nobody cared. Torchwood was very in your face about it. Nobody cared. They don't care. The whole gay thing isn't new and nobody cares. It's not because they're bigots. It's just because the difference was, it just was. They were a good story, good character, and that just happened to be the case. It just was. No one made a big deal about it. This time, they led with it. It's about diversity and inclusion, you bigots. And if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it, touch grass. People go out and touch grass and then use it as an excuse for why your show doesn't do well.
I love this guy. Just because it's June, y'all think you can lie? Yeah. I feel like this is both lame, pandering, and incorrect.
Yes, you're right.
I love the community notes here, which is more proof that journalists don't do their research. And yeah, everybody's running with this.
Then today, Entertainment Tonight also posted it. I think it's the last one you had here. Yeah, there, you have it there too. Yeah. Same crap, same headline.
Yeah.
I mean, they've already gotten community checked on Twitter and places already disproved it. And these idiots just run with it too.
Yeah, the first gay kiss in the show's 60-year history.
Not true.
That's not true. That is very, very not true. We had lots of gay characters in Doctor Who, especially since Russell T Davies was the original New Who showrunner, and that was something. God, what is he wearing?
He thinks he's a fashion icon.
What is that?
And he makes pouty faces too. Did we mention Bill? Did we mention Bill's a lesbian? Every episode you had to hear at least once or twice about how Bill's a lesbian.
Yes, we had the lesbian lizard lady.
Oh, yes.
And her tongue, and she made jokes about her tongue being really long and her girlfriend. And you know what I'm saying? This has been an ongoing thing, but the show was good. And people watched the show regardless of, how, because it wasn't it wasn't like a very special episode of Doctor Who. Oh, by the way, this episode's about being gay. And
does he have his tongue in between his lips? He's look, I'm hot. My tongue's in my lips. Look at him. He's got his tongue there.
I don't know.
He does.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to his tongue.
It's in the picture.
Oh, right there.
Yes.
Oh, God. I thought I was watching him talk with his, metal, he thinks he's Battle Armor He-Man or something. Yeah, that, I don't, whatever. Look.
That's not because of bigotry. It's just because you guys have just are trying to put narratives there that weren't there before. You preemptively called the audience names ahead of the release. And so far, it's all about, the show hasn't been that good. It's all about just, look, check boxes. And if you don't like it, you're a horrible person, which is old, tiresome, and it's getting stupid. And it's completely bullshit and lies.
Okay, so this is they're out, right? Because they know the headline is the Doctor's gay for the first time. John Barrowman's Captain Jack briefly kissed Eccleston's Doctor, but that encounter lacked the sexual charge of the Time Lord's encounter with Rogue.
There still was because John Barrowman likes dudes.
Jodie Whittaker's Doctor had an implied romantic connection with her female companion Yaz, but their feelings were left implicit with the odd yearning glance.
I bet you back and added this because people called them out.
That probably.
They got called out immediately.
Yeah, people are like,
you're all trying to run with this.
What show have you been watching? What show have you been watching? So yeah, I mean, beyond that, like if this is all you got, if this is what you're trying to use to bring people back to the show, and the people that I haven't watched the episode, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna be honest. I'm like, Doctor Who to me is deader than dead, just like Star Wars. But I comment on the circus around it. And I loved both things at one time. I love them both, but this is fan fiction. People said this episode is the most fanficky episode ever.
That's clearly trying to do Bridgerton and all this other shit. It's like, let's do gay Bridgerton.
I don't give a shit.
You know, they're like, well, Doctor Who has always been diverse. You bigots. I'm like, yes, we know. We watched like all of it. Like we've watched it many times. And we, especially, you know, since the newer seasons, it's always been diverse. No one's saying it wasn't. The difference was it was good characters, good stories that happened to be diverse. But this season is just diversity, shitty stories. And if you don't, same with Whittaker, shitty stories. You know, if you don't like it, it's because you're a terrible person. It's because these people can't write worse shit. And they used to be able to. Davies used to be able to write. What the hell happened?
I don't know what happened. He like lost his shit over the last like 10, 15 years. Like, I mean, again, he could get across his points without being ham-fisted. And everything I've seen at this point is just like the message comes first. And then we shoehorn some story around it. But even the stories aren't very good. The acting's not very good. I have no interest in this version of Doctor Who. I'm sorry. I haven't had any interest in any version of Doctor Who since Capaldi. And even that last season was kind of a slog. You know, I was like, okay, we'll just get through it because I've got so many years invested in this show. But
the difference was with those, it was fun. And I mean, it was mostly like, I mean, yeah, it got sloggy, like you said, but it was about mostly good characters and story. I did not like Clara, sorry. Mostly good characters and story. And now we've just gone to diversity, political talking points. And then, oh yeah, there's some characters over here. You know what I mean? And then the actors playing these characters are preemptively, you know, shaming everyone, telling them they're pieces of shit, and then telling them not to watch a show. And then they don't watch a show, and then they're pieces of shit again. That's the difference.
So, ironically enough, it's Jonathan Groff. I didn't know that was him. And, I'm thinking, you'll be back. No, we won't. We won't be back for more Doctor Who. It's just like, I don't give a shit. And I actually like Jonathan Groff. I think he's a pretty good actor, but like, I don't care. I don't care.
You don't just hate people because they're gay?
No.
Shocker.
I mean, they could make Doctor Who the gayest show ever as long as it was a good show.
And as long as they didn't lead with, you're a bunch of horrible people.
Right. As long as it's still about the Doctor and the TARDIS. I mean, I'm still pissed off about the retcon. I'm still pissed off about the timeless children.
That was what most people were mad about. That was what they were talking about more than anything. Like, him being black really wasn't that big a deal. What they were mostly pissed about was they're leaving the timeless children in. And they're like, why the hell are you doing that? And then they stepped over that and said, it's because you're all bigots.
Yeah, it's like, it's the stupidest thing because there are no stakes. I mean, you know, with Matt Smith's Doctor, there were stakes because it was like, oh, this is potentially his last regeneration. So, you know, he's got to make it count. And he held on to it as long as he could. And, you know, there just are no stakes now because like, oh, that's okay. Doctor trips and falls down the stairs. He'll be back. He'll turn to somebody else. You know, it's Doctor can't die. So what stakes are there if the Doctor can't die?
Don't worry, they'll keep killing him off so that he can turn into every checkbox ever before
That's exactly
they get back
it. Like, you're never gonna. I'm sorry. I hate to be that guy, but you're never gonna get another straight white Doctor anytime soon because they already did it 12, 13 times. You know, they're like, yeah, that's too much. We're gonna have to, you know. So it's not helping the ratings. You know, they did have a bump. Now, somebody said there was a big game or something, which is why episode 4 did so well because it led right into
So basically, before people turned it off, they counted the views.
Probably. It's kind of like the Westminster Dog Show Kennel Club, after the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Like, everybody watches the parade and they just leave it on in the background and then, oh, look, the dog show's on.
But they're doggies and they're cute.
I know they're cute doggies, but like, are people actually I'm sure some people are. They getting
my
excited.
mom likes the dog show.
You're like, well, we have to watch the dog show. I like to see cute
doggies and see if there's doggies like my doggies who win.
Yeah, they had a Cavalier win one year. I thought that was pretty.
Ours
cool.
are Cavi mixes, but yes.
Yeah, they're Cavi mixes. Anyway, but yeah, episode 5, they're right. So this, I don't know if this was an accident or what, but +7 TV +4 screen. We're back down to 3.38 million people watching it, and we've only got a couple more episodes left. Now, Disney, if they were getting all kinds of views on Doctor Who, we would be hearing about it.
Oh gosh, yes, you'd be hearing about it.
Because they did this with the Alkalite, that it was like, oh, it's the most viewed show on Disney Plus this year. But you're not hearing a damn thing about Doctor Who, are you? You're not hearing
it's the most
anything.
Viewed show on a whatever day in June 2024.
I think, I could be wrong here, but I think Disney will bankroll 2 seasons of Doctor Who.
Well, I think they're already greenlit. Honestly.
They're already greenlit. They it's basically one season. We're gonna have like 8 episodes, and they're gonna do like 16 episodes total or whatever. And then the specials, which used to be one season, they used to be like 13 episodes, 14 episodes. And they're going to do that. They already had the budget set aside for it. They already have the contract signed for it. After that, I don't know if they're going to. Because what's in it for them? They don't own this IP. And I don't think the views are there. And I don't think anybody's going to subscribe to Disney Plus just to watch the Doctor make out with Kristoff. You know, no. It's like, I don't think anybody cares. I don't care. I'm legitimately, for all the people that are like, you guys are a bunch of haters. When it comes to Doctor Who and to Star Wars, I have let myself go numb because it's easier that way. It's easier to just go numb.
Because you can turn it off. Me, I can't. I just get pissed.
I'm not even angry. I'm like, you know what?
You totally can go numb, trust me. But,
thanks.
I can never. I never. I have too much passion to get to ever just be like,
I'm just like, you know what? You want it, you can have it. You want Doctor Who, you can have it. You want comics? I've got years of comics, old comics I can read. You can have it. You can have it all. You can have it, and you can burn it all to the fucking ground, and then you just have a fistful of ash.
Well, they already have fistfuls of ash, which is the problem. Which is why I don't understand why they keep doubling down on stupidity. Like, so what if you made the Doctor black? Who cares?
I don't care.
But you doubled down on immediately before you even put the shot. You did your usual. You're a bunch of bigots.
You're a bunch of bigots. They're all angry because the Doctor's black and gay.
Right. And it's like, even though that's not what the main problem was. Bigots. And then the thing is, don't watch our show. Go touch grass. And people did. And you're like, oh.
Literally,
nice
they
week.
did.
Yes.
They went outside. They went
outside. They didn't do well because it was a nice day and people went outside.
My feeling on, like, I don't care if the Doctor's black and gay. I want him to be the Doctor. And from what I've seen of Ncuti Gatwa, he's not the Doctor. He doesn't act like the Doctor. He doesn't talk like the Doctor. And you can see it. And even though the role changes and we have different actors playing the Doctor and there are different facets of the Doctor's personality, the Doctor is the Doctor. There's a certain consistent thing with each incarnation.
And the thing is, what I'm seeing is current year is, and I'm seeing it so across the board, not just Doctor Who, several shows and different franchises. It's about the people behind the show having character, or the actors being about them, and about them being. It's not about the character or the show or the property. It's about their fanfic of that property, of their OC version of things in the property. It's not about actually staying true to the property. First thing they should have done was flush the Timeless Children, and they didn't. And people were out just for that reason alone. Had nothing to do with him being black or gay.
They changed the headline after they got community notes. They changed the headline. Originally it said Doctor Who makes history with its first ever same-sex kiss in 60 years. Doctor Who makes history with the Time Lord's first romantic same-sex romantic.
They did add that back in there. They did add that in there, that other part then, because they didn't put it in the original article, which is why they got community noted.
Yes. So
you got busted in real time changing your headline too, Deadline. And they're like, no, we're still right. No, you're not still right. Technically, you're not.
So there we go, guys. The media lying about Doctor Who to try to help its ratings, and it's not working. Mm-mm. And I think the normies are going to be like, okay, so it's just Doctor Who is just a gay fanfic,
basically
Bridgerton fanfic right now.
That's what this was. It's a Bridgerton fanfic. That's all this episode was.
I don't want to watch that. Sorry. Sorry.
You don't watch Bridgerton, though, either.
I don't even care about Bridgerton. I definitely don't want to watch a fanfic version of Bridgerton. That's kind of like, what was the one movie that you watched where they're making fun of Jane Austen? Was it Austen Land?
Well, there was Austen Land was the one, then the Lost in Austin was the
Lost
other
in
one.
Austin. It's like I have no frame of reference because I'm vaguely familiar with the books and the concept through you, but I'm like, okay, I guess it's kind of fan fiction. That's what this is. It's just like fan fiction, and I don't really care. I don't care. I'm over it. Kiki, I'm over it. I don't care. Like, seriously, all this shit could just, I don't even want to watch the old episode. Like, even
That's
classic.
the problem. The problem is, they're like, well, you still have ones you like, and that is true. You still do. But you're so jaded by, and not even from the episodes that are what they put out there, but from the people behind it, from the audiences around it, and their constant bombardment and harassment. You just turned you off. So all you're doing is just turning people off completely. And then they're not even going to watch the old stuff because they're just so over it in general. Because they're tired of being, called names and being harassed. Any actual valid criticisms dismissed because you're a bigot. And then the people that would normally still watch your old stuff, still buy your other stuff, still buy your merchandise, etc., just walk away completely because they're so fucking tired of it. Yeah. And that's where all these franchises are going. And they chose death. So there you go.
Yeah, and that's worse than getting angry because we had a lot of. And this is what they're trying to do, I think, with these franchises now, is they're trying to whack the beehive again to get people angry, because at least when people are angry, they would rage watch, they would hate watch these shows. And now so many people are so jaded about these franchises that have been completely destroyed in the name of diversity, inclusion, and activism, whatever, that the old heads just aren't watching it all. They're taking their money with them.
And then that vocal minority somehow tanks the whole show.
Yeah, right.
Because it's not the vocal minority.
It's not the vocal
majority.
minority.
You're just only hearing some of those people, but the majority agree.
So good luck with that. Good luck with all that. I'm out. I'm just out. We're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.